And then I just have like my game description. Just this is being restreamed at yada yada yada. The
No
bazaar.
problem. I learned also how to use your uh, sound, so we'll use just your sound from your stream.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna hang out and talk too? I mean, Profe, you're more than welcome to hang out and ask questions as well. Like the more the merrier.
I wasn't planning on it, but I don't know what Profe's plan is.
Because I think
I'm just here to like hang. I just here to like beat some cabin fever. So whatever.
Yeah, like if you want to ask questions, like if you're like something so I can bounce off of. You know what I mean?
Because yeah,
Sure.
I really have not the slightest clue what's going on.
Well, that's
I mean,
a good thing, though.
Probably good audience, but.
Well, that'd be good. Like if you, like I said, if you want to hang out in the chat and just like, hey, why did you do this? Or hey, what's this mean? And yeah, it'd be awesome material for me to just. Oop. You just get out of the video. Like you don't have to, but I was just thinking it would be good for the audience to have someone else to like chat to, and
I'm just kind of out of my element with this.
I hear you. Oh, there we go. No, cancel. Yeah, Lady Starbird, we're just getting it all set up, just grabbing the recapture ready to go. It'll be live very, very shortly. Thanks for stopping by. We're gonna do slow it down, do a tutorial for like a bunch of new people that have never played before. You know, a lot of the bizarre like people who just run ALTTP almost. I'm an impatient, busy woman after all. I hear ya. We're gonna just slow it down and do like this is why we do this. Just like a tutorial introduction, as well as a really good kind of a practice run for Saturday. So, bless the creator. All hail the creator. We love the leader.
So you'll have to make it very abundantly clear when I need to update the hunt card for you.
Oh, yes, yes, absolutely I will. Absolutely I will. But no, like I said, both of you, if you just want to ask a question on stream, absolutely just unmute and ask, because you'll just give me some good material to... I don't know what to do there. It'll be good. Oh, neat. What, Oh, awesome. Thanks, Lady Starbird. Yeah, absolutely. Hop in there, and if I have any questions, I can ping off you as well, or you can come up with some better information in case I'm wrong or something. Absolutely. That'd be a great help. Was it a name bug? Oh, right. Yeah, because he was using a really odd odd settings, something that I've never even thought of using. Gonna sit and chill to this pretty awesome intro music. Now, take up the mantle of hero and the Sega pad. I've got my Sega pad.
You want your PB in there?
Whatever you prefer. You could show the people how awesome I am sometimes. Very rarely. Ooh, speaking of which, was it Hermit had the 50 in that last seed that took me like an hour to do? It's like, holy crap, man.
Okay, I think we're good. How's that look to you? Looks good to me.
Oh, that's
Good from my vantage point.
Yep. That's pretty fantastic, actually. Setharoth. To beat you to a brave profane. I love the leader. Na 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 leader. Na 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 leader.
IG, at some point it might be. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, buddy. I was just saying, what do you want your title to be?
Maybe just like Phantasy Star IV Randomizer tutorial or something for dummies. I don't know. Make something funny. Phantasy Star IV Rando for dummies.
Please type "make something funny" after it.
Well, maybe. I don't know. Whatever.
Did you see that?
What'd you put? Oh, we're gonna see in a second, I guess.
All right. We're gonna go live. So,
Nice.
Prof, are you hanging out here?
I will hang in the chat just because I'm gonna do the commands and stuff, and I don't want to strain my voice too much. But I will
Gotcha.
feed you questions, Captain.
Excellent. I can read and play at the same time.
Cool.
Because I'm gonna have the stream going up on my phone while I'm doing this, so I can follow that chat.
Yeah, I'll be listening from my phone mostly just so I can like check the volume and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I'll actually just bounce out of here
Okay.
and catch up with you in a little bit.
Sounds good.
All right. Good luck. Have fun, my man.
Yeah, man. Thanks.
Good run.
And I'm going live right now.
Just get that up and going. There we go. All right. We are live. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, the Bizarre channel. Thanks, Iron Gamer, for hosting this and setting this up. Today, we are doing a Phantasy Star IV Randomizer for dummies, basically a tutorial run for anybody who might be interested in the game, might be interested in doing some runs, don't know where to start. We're gonna try to break down all the information and get that going. So a little history on Phantasy Star IV. It was a game that came out for the Sega Genesis. It was obviously the fourth of the series. In my opinion, the best one. It was basically, the premise is, as it's actually currently running, the Algo solar system, somewhere out in space, in a galaxy far, far away. No, wait, that's the other one. there was two entities, the Great Light and the Profound Darkness, who fought. Great Light banished the Profound Darkness into a dimension, sealing her away, and created the solar system as a seal to seal its power. So you had 3 planets, Parma, Desolus, and Motavia. And at one point, the system control mother brain exploded and blew up the planet Parma, which weakened the seal. So in Phantasy Star IV, that seal is severely weakened, and that's why the Profound Darkness is coming to attack. So it is a pretty linear RPG. It's got an excellent story, in which I'm not going to spoil, obviously, any more of it, because go play it. Like, play vanilla. It's about 20 to 25 hours. It's a fantastic game. The music is top-notch. The writing is great. It's the story is kind of told in like manga-style panels. It's just tremendous. So being an RPG, you gotta think, hey, how does the randomizer work? Well, the randomizer works by opening everything up. So if you look, so if you look in the tracker, everything in white that has white letters under it, every location, that's places that you can go to automatically right off the bat. Anything in red, you need one of the key items, which are listed along the top of the randomizer. So you have the Vahal key, the Arrow Prism, the Alshaline, the Torch, the Alcidian, the Ice Digger, Cycle 1, and Plate Key. Those open up each one of those red spots. And then once you get the item, it highlights in green, letting you know you can go there. Abilities are randomized, your characters are randomized. Your start location, you have one of 4 locations you can start. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk more as we start the run. We're not speedrunning, we're slowing this down, this is gonna be a tutorial. So one of the 4 spots you can start is Aido here, which is this happy little town. Rycross, which we'll be visiting a little later. Tano, which we might be visiting a little later. As well as Rayuan, which is a town on Desolus, which we will probably be stopping by a little later. So one of the first things that you will do once you start a new game is take a look at your party, see who you have. A little bit about the randomizer is knowing who, like what stats are important, what their strengths and weaknesses are, and then you want to check what skills they came with. So under stats, Sar is a multi-heal ability, it heals everybody. Shadow, which I believe is a debuff. I think it slows down the enemy. Lady Starboard might have to correct me on that. I don't use it all that often. So Ren's got Recover, that will just recover him. On, he's got Sar as well, and Eliminat. Eliminat is basically an insta-kill, which you can only do on minor bosses. So Chaz got Watt, which is an ice spell, and Rayblade, which is fantastic start. That's a single hit, pretty powerful attack. Demi also starts with just Recover. So after you find out, Shadow lowers all enemies' agility, so slows them more or less slows them down, or makes them easier to hit. Where was I? So after you find out what abilities, that kind of helps you judge your run. Okay, can I grind early? Do I have enough to fight a boss? You know, what are my attacks? Pop instead of what? No, I said what. And then you can also change your order. So your order your party matters, because you want anyone who's up front is going to get attacked usually more often, statistically. So you want your strongest defenders up front, so usually that's going to be your androids. And then anyone you don't want getting hit very often, and your squishy characters like Han here, is going to be in the back. So now we've reordered, everybody's in their place. And then the next would be checking your hunt board, which IG has conveniently put up on stream for you. Timer's not going because I'm not speed running. We're slowing this down. There's no point in... Your average seed, if you're really good, can be anywhere between, you know, as you can see my PB's up on stream, 57 minutes. That's the fastest I've done one, and all the way up to about an hour and a half-ish if you have to full clear. So it doesn't take too long. Your mission board up front there, right up on the information panel. So we have to go to Strength Tower, which is on Rycross. Esper Mansion, which we need the Ice Digger. It's Ice Digger locked. So if you look on the tracker, you'll see Esper in red. Climate Center is also on Desolus, same thing, locked by the Ice Digger. Talk to Ren, we have to go to Zealand and talk to Ren, even though we have him in our party. Courage Tower is also on Rycross. Kiran, which is with the other satellite. Garubert Tower, which is not only locked by the Ice Digger, but it's also locked by the Eclipse Torch. In Vanilla, you need the Eclipse Torch to get rid of the carnivorous trees, and yeah, exactly. That's right, Lady Starbird. OCD. I can get it going if you want. I haven't really started anything. You know what? We're gonna do that. Just for you. There we go. Gerbic Tower, also affectionately known by the community as Garbage Tower, because it is absolute garbage walking through it, and you'll see why later. And Talk to Meow, which is also locked by the Ice Digger. So the main theme is we have 2 items. One is the Ice Digger to get to half our checks, and then the other one is the Eclipse Torch so we can finally check Gerbic Tower. Once those are all done, the edge opens up, we can go in to fight the boss. So first thing you generally want to do is check your shops. In this seed, we do start with what's called the Magic Lamp. That is what calls random battles, because there is no random encounters in this game. Magic Lamp calls them so you can use it to grind and gain levels if need be. Sometimes you need it, sometimes you don't. But if you don't have it, checking the item shops is where you're going to find that. Hydrofoil lets you get around and get around quickly. So we're going to go to the tool store. So we got a Guard Rod. Guard Rod's a nice purchase if you don't find one. That has, as we explained, SAR, it's kind of like an all-party healing. It gives you the Jai-SAR ability, which is a step up from that, or Healing 2, I guess. And it's just an item, so it never runs out. It's a good thing to have. Good thing to know where it is. This tool store has the Trimate and the Escape Pipe, which Escape Pipes, if you don't have Highness or Ryuka, which are your exit and your teleport abilities, having a couple of these is definitely not a bad idea, because it saves you from what we call the Walk of Shame. But I don't have any telepipes here. Another good thing to know, I don't usually take the time to check them, but check your armor. Anything Reflect, Lacquo, or Silver is generally good for mid to late game, which is not here. Weapons you will find out in the field. Hey Summer, what's going on, Dumpster? What's happening? Thanks for joining this awesome restream in this tutorial. So first check, we're in Aido, so we're gonna click that off. The item chest is actually in the back of Aido, behind Hunter's Guild. Sorry, I'm also following with, I'm looking down because I'm following the Bizarre restream on my phone. So I'm just trying to keep up with chat while I'm doing this as well. So here's your first checks. So the Valhalla key we found first, and we found some cash. Normally I don't check Aido chests unless I have some sort of teleport ability, because if you use Ryuka or the Telepipe, it will put you automatically just outside of town. It saves you this walk back, which is probably a good 20-25 seconds. But for the sake of tutorial, just want to show you where it is while we're here. That is a really cool command. I like that, actually. So we're going to exit town because we're done here. We have the escape pipe. My next move generally is heading to the right and stopping in Nalia. Nalia has... It's not labeled. It's one of the only towns where your tool shop is not labeled, so it's actually in this right hut here. And the tool shop is kind of hidden, but it gives you another chance to find the telepipes, which are actually right here. So we're gonna buy a whole boatload of these, because I don't know if I'm gonna get Ryuka or Highness. We're not gonna buy that though. Okay, so now we got telepipes and escape pipes just in case we don't run into those techniques. Next stop is literally right across the map, like just stone's throw away. if you're quick enough with the menuing, it's faster to hydrofoil and just do a quick, you know, or you can just walk, no big deal. Saves you like a fraction of a second if you can pull it off fast enough. If your menuing isn't good, it's definitely slower. The chests in here are, some of them are a little bit out of the way. In the beginning of the game, I do like to go for them. But if I come here late in the game, I don't. If you already have gear, there's no point in checking chests, it's just going to slow you down. But in the beginning, you check the chests, because sometimes you might get lucky, which we just did, and have some pretty high-level gear. So, you know, as Lady Starbird put it, free levels. Good gear is free levels. So I'll take the extra couple seconds, check all the chests. Got some money, got some pretty good stuff in that, actually. And we're gonna work our way through the dungeon. This particular dungeon's a good free, we call it free check, because there's no boss at the end of it. So you pretty much just gotta walk, get to the main computer, hit the C button or whatever, you know, I'm using a Genesis controller, it's 6 button. And then check your key check. So that's a swift help. So getting into the gear, we didn't find anything for Ren, we didn't find anything for Demis, no Android. We did find a good set of good piece of armor for Chaz and the Swift Helm. The reason why I like the Swift Helm on Chaz is because it actually boosts your agility, so it makes him faster. Because he's slow and likes to miss, so Swift Helm is definitely a very good thing for him, and a new sword. Rika got nothing. Han ended up with a better dagger, and the silver suit, which is pretty close to endgame armor. So we're gonna use our first escapite to get out of here. And then we're gonna hydrofoil down. If you're gonna start playing this game, it's good to study the map to know where everything is. But I like to do what I call the Motavia loop. And it's exactly as it sounds. It's just a loop around all the easy checks. Every time you stop in a town, you unlock its teleport point, so to speak. So if you use a Telepite or Ryuka, it populates it in the list so you can get there easier. So it's the only reason why I'm stopping there. I can't actually go into Zima unless I get the Elschling. Next stop is Mile. Mile has a boss. So it's not a dungeon, it's just a spot we call the Sandworm Pit. What I will do is I will check who's here, which also determines if I need levels. It determines if I can beat him right away. It determines my next steps, basically. And the reason why I'm actually attempting this is because Han has that. And it didn't work out for us. Might need a few levels before I attempt that again. Another thing you can also do if you think you are fast enough or lucky enough, you can set a macro. Your macros are automated turns, basically. You set up what everybody does in the order you want them to do it. So we can try that one more time. So we got lucky and only Chaz died, but we killed him. If anybody wants to spam the Chaz die-in emote, now's the time to do it. Is it even a positive value at one? Probably not, Dempster. So, good experience spot, and then this is your check. So we end up with the motor ring. The motor ring is an endgame ring that's resistant to fire, as well as it increases your agility. So if you have another slow person who might be your healer, you might want to give him the motor ring just to give him a little extra boost to his speed. But you see, we end up gaining from level 1 to 19, to the exception of Chaz, because he sucks. So next stop on our little loop is going to be, obviously, to heal, because Chaz is dead. And then we'll hydrofoil up to Kaderi, because here's another check here. So we actually finished Mile, so we can click that off. We did the wreckage. We're doing Kaderi. And here's one of your key item chests, and we found the Ice Digger already. That pretty much unlocks every single hunt board mission, to the exception of Garbage Tower. There you go. Lady Starbird got it. Checking the item shop. So here we got another Guard Rod, Dream Rod, which wakes you up if you get put to sleep. Magic Lamp, Crystal if you need it. I'll probably end up finding one. I'm going to buy one anyway. If you run into CEO and you don't have the Psycho Wand or a Crystal, you can't fight him. And then you're doing the walk or teleport of shame. So as you can see that I lit up the Ice Digger, you can see the Climate, Esper, Gumbius, Mist Valley all went green. I can actually visit those spots now. So we come up to this cave, which we call the Passageway. There's 2 chests in here. This first one over here is your key item check, which we got the Diesel Ring. Diesel Ring resists ice. And then the last chest over here I like to grab just because it could be... Well, it's a magic lamp, which we started with. If we didn't start with the magic lamp, that would have been a pretty awesome find, especially this early. You can save anywhere, I just choose to exit and come back in, just because of the weird way of the magic lamp. So one of the grind spots in this game is actually right here. What we're looking for is something called the Zol Slug. These guys. Who has a better weapon? So you kill one, and then those 2 fuse. Look at that. Posy Bolt off the bat. Phonon. Ray Blade. Gifu. And actually, might as well. And you end up with a little over 400 hit points, which brought Chaz from level 1 to level 8. So this is a fantastic spot to grind really early in case you need just a couple of levels. And, you know, 1 battle, we're up to level 8. And we've completed the loop. Now we're back at Aido. Another good grind spot early. Come on. Is right here. What's called Vahal Fort. We're going to save here. I'm going to create another macro. And we're going to use Posy Bolt, Phonon, and Disruption. And what we're looking for here, and this is going to require a little bit of a setting as well, is we're looking for Vorpal Spheres. And the reason why we're looking for Vorpal Spheres is because they don't attack unless you attack them with a normal ability. So as long as you're attacking with techniques or skills, they do not fight back. They are worth a few thousand experience and can level someone from level 1 up to around level 15 in one shot. If your luck is bad, kind of like what I'm having right now, it can waste a lot of time, especially early, because you can't fight and kill anything else here. But we're doing, for the sake of tutorial, we're gonna show you what they look like. So these are Vorpal Spheres. So you just, I didn't actually set my, maybe I didn't save after, no big deal. So if you hit them with all-encompassing attacks, anything as long as it's not a, Apple Strats is what we like to call them. I'm actually honestly pleading Lady Starbird to call them Apple Spheres. Because Apple Lady who runs this, or used to run this, or maybe still does, this is her strategy. So tons of experience. We ended up with Highness, so we don't need Escapipes anymore. And Chaz now went from level 8 to 14. Ren's up, everybody else up to 21 from 18. You get tons of experience. So you do a couple of those early, you can usually fly through the early bosses. So usually you would teleport somewhere, but for the sake of showing you the map, I am gonna just drive. Here, I like to heal, make sure everybody's up to snuff. not always can you finish Mile early. So one of the very first bosses of the game is actually down here in Payada Academy. It's a little bit of a walk. But the dungeon, this is literally the first boss in the vanilla game. Oh, look at that silver helm, nice. We don't need it though. We have the swift helm. These are the only two chests that I generally... There's a third one. Oh, Pow Shield. Pow Shield, if you use it as an item, it actually raises your attack. Or strength. So we'll save and go to the first boss. So, if I didn't get through Mile, and I didn't grind, and I was level 1, this would be horrifying. When you run into the triplets this early in the game, even like level 1, 2, 3 character can easily be killed if you don't have good enough gear, and you're taking these guys on. Hey Lynn, this is actually being restreamed on the Bazaar channel. So if you want to, Lady Starbird, Dumpster, everybody's there. So I'm gonna... There's a link to the Bazaar channel, so if you want to jump in there as well and hang out with everybody, you're more than welcome to. We're doing a tutorial stream to kind of break the rundown and you know, for any beginners. People are new. Power Shield raises the user's attack power by 48. Thank you, Lady Starbird. But since we've already took the time to level up and we get really lucky with Mile, we are going to probably wipe these things pretty darn quickly. In fact, I don't even really need to hit with everybody, but I'm going to anyway. Sure, why not? Look at that. One shot. Hey, Lynn, welcome. Definitely feel free to give the Bazaar channel a follow if you haven't already. This is where July 9th I'm going to be doing the... Hey, Kale! Welcome. Give it a follow, because this is where we're going to be doing the extra life. Thank you, Profe. Read that. So, I'm glad we came here, because now we just found the Photon Eraser, which is actually the android's best weapon. And the best weapon in the game, not only being stupidly powerful, but also has a light effect, which is really good against anything Profound Darkness, Dark Force. We're going to give you the diesel ring. So, who has Highness? You do. Does anybody have... Nope. We're gonna have to telepipe our way around. So here we'll use a telepipe to Kaderi. We don't even need to heal because we didn't really do anything. Oh, right. Everybody's still in... If anybody from Falcon's stream earlier who was listening to that rock version of Organic Beat that he was playing, this is the music. This is the original music from the game, which is... Profe may disagree, but this is the best song in the entire game. This track is banging. So in Zyos Fort, it's a little bit of a maze. There's only one chest that I like to check, and it's that one there. Two chests, sorry. That one there. Avoid these holes because you're going to be sent right back to the beginning. It's going to waste a lot of time, especially if you're trying to speedrun. If you're playing it for fun and just want to explore, drop down, there's chests down there. But then you have to leave the dungeon and come back in. Tanu DuPont. Yeah, King Rappy music is the best. The King of Terrors. The little fat burb. So here's the boss of this dungeon. It's usually a spot where you'd fight Juza. Here it's Le Fogan. So your normal setup for a boss fight. This one, we're already high enough level where we can just wipe them, no problem. Visions can increase your dexterity, which can increase your chances of critical hit. Barrier is your magic defense, so if you want to cast spells at us, Barrier will knock those down, reduce the damage they do. Saner is your agility up, that's going to increase your speed for the whole party. What else do we have? Do we have the ban yet? No, we do not yet. Okay, so you're gonna attack. We do. Daban is your... Laughter is a really good one. Laughter and Ooze are both really good. Daban is your physical attack barrier, so that's gonna reduce the amount of physical damage coming at you. So in the beginning of any boss fight, you definitely want to get these up first. It's gonna make your fight easier, and in some cases, the only way you're ever gonna win. And then, after that, as long as you don't have to heal, you can just go all out. Make their life hell. Yes, they have weird names and no tooltips to show what they do. So here we can insta-kill them, no big deal. I wanted to do a round anyway. Stairs are gonna appear, just like vanilla. And you're gonna go up, and this is what's called rescuing Demi. So if you have a, what are my hunt missions? I don't even have them up. So we don't have to do that. We haven't done any mission yet. We're just kind of getting going, getting everything up and ready. We've got the Palma Ring. Palma Ring is awesome for an android because it resists lightning attacks. And androids are weak to lightning, so that cancels that right out. So here we're gonna hide this out of here. From here, yes. So if you do download the randomizer, Lady Starbird, if you can or want to post a link to your website, this is where you can get more information on the game, as well as download the randomizer if you wanted to try it yourself. You can choose to simplify equipment names, and you can choose to simplify spell names. So we can tick off that we have done Zhao's Fort. And now we're in Molcom. Molcom has no dungeon, no boss, but it's the, see, and we got the crystal here. It's the Talk to Rune mission. If you get Talk to Rune, that's where you're going. From here, I like to stop in Krupp. You might check a tool shop here. If you need something and you haven't found it yet, there's a tool shop right here you can visit. Since I don't need anything, I'm just gonna leave. Store the teleport point, and then work my way up to Monson. Hey Mara, what's going on? Are you also in the Bazaar channel? Because that's where this is being restreamed right now. There you go. So Lady Starbird posted a link to her website where you can get more information on the game, stats, abilities, bosses, characters, anything you want to know, how the randomizer works, even some more tips and hints, as well as a direct download for the randomizer in case you wanted to try it yourself. So Monson has a couple of things. You have a tool shop here you can check out. This fat little mutt is called Rocky. If you get the Dragon's Tier item, oh, thank you very much, Mara. If you get the... Don't forget the dog. I will never forget Rocky. Rocky's my favorite. In vanilla, you have a hunt mission to find him and bring him back home. You have to feed him a piece of shortcake, because that's his favorite food. But in this one, Rocky loves Dragon's Tears. If you give him a Dragon's Tear, he'll spit you out some Guardian armor, which you can use for your androids. I don't have it yet. If you check your level, usually in this spot, if you're around this level, 18 to 20, you drop down here in the hole, and this is what's called Monson Fissure, which is also one of the possible checks, which is not our check, unfortunately. And this is where you're going to find a boss. Now we come up with the Dominators. Okay, so the Dominators are scary. No matter where you are, they're scary. I don't have a spell to deal with them instantly, so I do have to draw this fight out. So what we're going to do is we're going to boost everybody up. We're going to start with Vision. We're going to throw up our Barrier. We're going to throw up our Saner for Agility. You're gonna disrupt as an attack, and we're gonna throw up our defense. That's gonna make this fight a lot easier. Yeah, I don't have very good weapons, so this fight's probably gonna be a little bit... Ouch. I don't have the gear to deal with this fight. Nor do I have the ability to really heal anybody. There's also, and nobody has it, I don't think. Do I have Jaloon? Jaloon is, it brings their attack down. Oh, I do have Reaver, which does not work on androids. Awesome. Okay, well, cool. Probably have to come back here, to be perfectly honest. Oof. We're gonna heal, we're gonna attack. Yeah, one good spell to deal with these guys is... Oh yeah, we're not gonna finish that fight. Negatus is a really good spell to deal with these guys. It pretty much wipes them all out in one shot, but we don't have that. So we are just gonna bounce. A lot of the time you can run into a really easy fight there or a quick insta-kill and just get the experience and move on. But in this time, we don't. Termite for the teleport point. Next point of interest for early levels. Or Highjammer Tandle, which I have neither of the above. Gets you Conduct Thunder, which is an awesome spell. One of my personal favorites. You can combo your techniques together, techniques or skills, to create like super attacks. And yeah, they're fun. So grinding takes a lot of time. It's never guaranteed. You don't get like a ton of experience. It's good early game to do a couple fights. The bosses are randomized here as to where they are, but the stats are per location. So the Dominators, while they have stronger stats here, if you found them in like Pieta Basement, their stats would be much lower. Yes. For example, and I have it actually up right now. Pieta Basement, the strength is 21, mental is 0. So any mental attacks basically are super weak. Strength's only 21, super weak. But because we ran into them in the Fissure, Monson Fissure has a strength of 65, which is actually pretty high in the mid range. So that's why they were like hitting like a truck, because I don't have the armor or the levels really to deal with it right at the moment. So it depends. So if you run into them in, let's say, where's another minor location? You run into them somewhere like Climate Center entrance, they'd have a strength of like 100, and they'd be hitting way harder. So the stats are per location, not per boss. So there's certain bosses that only do physical attacks where you would really love for them to be in a low strength spot, and there's a lot of bosses that may have tons of like techniques and skills. You want them in a really low mental spot. So sometimes you get lucky, and sometimes you run into rephase at Courage Tower, which is the literal opposite. So what I'm also going to do is I am going to throw up a macro for my buffs, so that way I don't have to keep selecting them every single round. I'm going to go Barrier, Deban, Vision, Saner, and just attack. And then it's going to speed things up through the run. Save, and we'll get to the boss of Ladea Tower. We did not actually complete Monson, so we're going to unclick that. Saluz here. Saluz is all mental. Like, he hits with all mental attacks, techniques, and skills. He doesn't really have any physical abilities. Where is Ladea? Ladea has a mental of only 26, but a strength of 100. So having Saluz here is actually really not terrible. As you can see, that didn't kill anybody. That's probably true, Len. That's a really good tip. There's certain characters, so the skills, the buffs, work off of the stats of the character who casts them. So having certain characters cast certain, like a barrier, for example, your mental defense, it's better to have somebody with a really high strength, like an android, cast it, than someone like Han, who has no strength at all. Casting will be much weaker and much less useful. Demi should recover herself because I don't have any way of healing at the moment. You are going to... Saluz is also a guardian and has resistances to... I don't know if Lady Starbird wants to post Saluz's resistances, but there's only certain things that can actually hit him. We are going to shift Chaz after this. So we're going to heal. You're going to recover. Chaz going. Thankfully, no longer has barrier. Yeah, he's got Sashu, which is like a technique that also has the defense up ability. You're gonna attack. You are going to Ray Blade. You're gonna attack. No, you're not. Might as well shift yourself while we're at it. That's not gonna do anything. So shift brings up the attack, so helps you hit harder. So Tandal's a lightning attack. So if you notice the way the hit points are right now, Demi took a massive hit because androids, like I said, are weak to lightning, and Ren took nothing because he's got that Palma ring, which has resistance to lightning. Actually, I should Jaisar. So the hit points here in Ladea Tower is 2580. So Demi can basically not do anything. Han can't do anything. Demi's now dead, which is fine. We can leave you on the ground. In the wise words of Eldritch Mecha, eat rockets, stupid. What else can you do? Yeah... That's fine. Oh, Shooting Star, look at that. That's one of the combinations I was telling you about, although unfortunately did nothing. We're going to use Medic Power on that one. And Tornado Dagger, I don't think has anything useful. It's an ability. Nope. I'll have you recover, Ray Blade. You can just, protect yourself. So defense that turn will also help negate some damage. Thanks, Han. Thanks for being useless. Now it's just a matter of going through the motions, as long as... that's not going to do anything. Crap. So running into the Guardians while not doing a ton of damage, you can't really do a lot of damage to them unless you got the right techniques. But we got him here. So the battles can usually get drawn out, take some time. So Psycho Wand here is one of our key items. We're going to highlight that, and as you see, it opens up Nervous, which, again, we don't have. You don't have any... Oh, right. There we go. Also immune to physical damage, yeah, which is why we were doing nothing. So while I'm here, I'm also going to do a quick grab. Tarenko has a spot where you can trade your Dragon's Tear in for mail armor, like something Chaz or Raika can use. We are going to teleport to Kaderi. And then in Kaderi has robes, where you can trade your dragon's tears in for robes. So, depending on your hunt mission, so because everything essentially is off-world, like nothing's on Motavia, there really was no reason to go to Pyata, although it was nice because Photon Eraser was there, and it's a really quick check. But if you really want to try to save some time, you could have skipped that entirely. But doing that loop gives you enough experience where you can basically take on, like, Huron, for example. Chaz might be a little bit low level, but, you know, it gets you into that spot where you can take on higher level dungeons off in another place. So we're going to stop in Zealand first. Zealand's the Talk to Ren. It's a free check. It's got 6 chests plus your key item check. Some people, sometimes, again, depending on your routing, would stop here first because of what I mentioned earlier in the stream. You could end up with some really good gear, and it just makes your fights that much better and quicker. So we actually ended up with Psy Suit for Han and Psymail for Reka doesn't really need that. Psymail for Reka. So now that I've got better armor, would have also saved me some hassle earlier. And we end up with Lacko armor, which so IG, if you want to knock off Talk to Ren, you can check that off for the crowd, because we've just accomplished that one. And we're going to head to Deathless. So one of the other free, yeah! That's right, Dumpster. Fade Tano, even though Tano probably has the Eclipse Torch, the way things usually have been going lately. So one of the other free checks that you can do, or I should say the only free check you can do on Deathless if you do not have the Ice Digger, is here in the hangar. So we did Ladea. We didn't do Monson, we skipped it. We're doing the hangar now. Even here, there's another chest. I was gonna skip it, but I'll just grab it. It's over here on the right. Actually. Ren. You will use the Lacko armor. Wait, Ren's super strong. IG is actually a robot. Yeah, isn't that awesome, Lee Starbird? That's something that that the group IG Summer all that came up with. That if they like take the picture, they have an overlay where you can just click the little boxes. It's fantastic. Such an awesome idea. So we end up with the Snow Crown. So the Snow Crown is an item for the female wearers, generally Rika or Kira if you get her. But it also has an ability, if you do not have to ban, like a physical attack up, the Snow Crown can also substitute as a physical attack up. So now we're looking for our Ice Digger, just right here. So this is the town of Rayuan. This is where you can start the game. Iron Person. Iron Maiden? Yes, absolutely it might. See if you can get the details off of Iron Gamer or Summer. And they might be able to send you the file or the grouping or however it was done. And that absolutely would be phenomenal for tournament time. So this is where you can start, as well as you can trade in your Dragon's Tier if you get one for a suit. So next on our list of hunt missions, so once you get through the game, like a good bit of the game, and get a good level going, you're gonna want to focus almost solely on your missions at this point. Once you have the means to do so, and you want to rip through them as fast as possible. Hence, it is a speed run. So we ended up with a Guard Claw. Guard Claw is basically one of the best claws in the game. The other one, of course, is the Silver Tusk, which is Rika's legendary claw. In vanilla, you actually get it right here in Mystic Valley, but it could literally be anywhere. End up with some cash. Guard suit traded in the bar. That's right, Lynn. Oop. See, I always do that. It screws me up so much. Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Profe. So this is Meow. Meow has your item, which is the right cross ring. The other ring that's resistant to lightning. So we're going to give that to our other android because, keep her from dying. So highlight the right cross ring. And that also now knocks off our second objective. So if you want to knock off Talk to Meow at the bottom there, check it as complete. We are going to find this out of here. Yeah, I fall to that door every single time. You enter up, so you think you exit up, right? No, you exit down. So I always hit up and go back out. It's like one of the only doorways in the game that turns me around. So I stop here. You can check the item shop if you wish, but I stop here to grab the teleport point because the climate center is literally right here past these ice bricks. And it's a good teleport point if you need to come back and go there. Rochelle is death. Don't go there. Don't ever go there. And this is Mies. Mies has very close proximity to Garbage Tower, which is literally right here. So I grab it as a teleport point to come back for Garbage Tower for speed. We're going to switch back to Rice Digger. And we're going to head to Esper Mansion. Home of the Espers. That and Tawno, yeah. Funny story behind Tawno. Tawno's a very long walk. There's no boss or anything. It's just a long, windy walk that a lot of people hate doing. I'm going to actually keep that. I'm actually also going to keep that. I'm not going to take that. So Chaz now has better sword, and Rika now has a laser claw. Right, exactly. Rochelle is basically a dead town full of zombies. Even in vanilla, once you beat Gerber Tower and the black wave sickness is gone, Rochelle recovers and becomes a town you can visit. So once we get down to the center here, this is we call the Sacred Sword Cave. In vanilla, you'd be getting the sacred sword called the Alcidian. But randomizer could be anything. Yeah. So we end up with a Thunderclaw. Thunderclaw I'm not going to use, but as a weapon, it creates like a single target thunder, which can be useful for grinding, and maybe you can't hit an enemy and you can only hit with thunder. There's lots of uses for it. So we're going to Telepipe as a speed to get... Telepipe to the spot you're already in puts you automatically on the outside, so you don't have to keep walking. Actually, that being said, shoot. I keep forgetting. Oh, thank you for the sub, beautiful fool. You can knock off Esper Mansion, second from the... Oh, you already did, look at that. Look at you guys on top of things. We're being restreamed right now, beautiful fool, to the Bazaar channel. So if you want to hop in there, I'm doing a tutorial run.
I know, right?
there's the link.
Yes,
And
there is the link.
hey, what's going on?
Not much.
I'm restreaming in the Bazaar channel, doing a Phantasy Star IV tutorial for potential new players or anybody who just is curious to see what I'm doing while I'm doing the runs.
Hello, Bazaar Channel.
We're being joined by Crimson. Crimson Potato God. The Eclipse Torch.
Hello.
Hey, there's our second item. So, the Eclipse Torch was the only other thing we needed. Plasma Launch, nice. It was the only other thing we needed for Go Mode. So, now that we do have it, we are essentially now in Go Mode. We can finish all of our objectives, and then go fight the boss. Of course, we do need more levels, we need more gear. So what we have left to do is we need to head to Strength and Courage on Right Cross. We do need to go back and do the Climate Center, which is going to give us an experience boost. And then we can head to... So my... I should just say... my order of operations from here, now that I'm in Go Mode, is... I'm looking at my levels and okay, I want to be a certain level. I want to be mid-20s before I go to Kiran. So my next stop will be the Climate Center, which is here on Desolus anyway. And then I'm going to grab a few levels because there's 2 boss fights, so I'll grab a few levels there. Then my next stop will be Kiran, because that should be about a mid-20s-ish area. Once I get a few levels from there, that's going to put me up into Right Cross, and I'll be doing Strength and Courage. Actually, no. Scratch that. I'll be doing Garbage first, and then I'll go to Right Cross and finish it off, and then come back. Hey, Coin Chaser. What's going on? Welcome, welcome. So during the randomizer, as you're walking, will give you time to think, or, you know, going to your next objective. Time to think of what to do next, depending on exactly what levels you have, what gear you have, what, you know. We don't have very good armor for the most part, so here I'm going to do one more free check on Desolus, which is actually here in the weapons plant. And I'm hoping for a Dragon's Tear, and I'm actually hoping to grab a couple Dragon's Tears just to boost my defense. Yeah, I got the ice truck, and I have the Eclipse Torch, so now I can actually finish the game. I'm in Go Mode now. Found all my items. It's very possible you could, you know, luck into a seed where you have even up to 5 key items that you need to find, and it could just theoretically take you forever. So we got our first Dragon's Tear. So as I was saying, Dragon's Tear is that item where you can trade for any piece of gear. So Ren having Lacko armor, that's basically good enough for endgame. So I don't need to get him anything. Demi still has Carbon, so I could stop at Rocky and exchange the dog, exchange Dragon's Tear for a piece of armor for her. Chaz has Lacko, so he's set. Reka has Sai, probably could use something better, but it's still better than Carbon. So I probably don't need to worry about. Same with Han, don't really need to worry too much about his armor. So pretty much I think what I'm going to use this Dragon's Tear for, when I do go, is to get a piece of armor for Demi. So you gotta just judge what equipment you have and, you know, trade your items accordingly. So we are gonna telepipe, since we have to go to Climate, we're gonna go to Zosa. We grabbed that teleport point specifically because of its close proximity. Pop in our Ice Digger. Since we have to go there anyway, and we have the item, I am going to do the Eclipse Torch now. Just to get it out of the way. Pet the dog for free armor. Yeah, exactly. Then we're going to hit our first boss at the Climate Center. We also did Gruberk and Esper. So we have the Servants. Servants here. Well, we're going to get our fences up. Damn, Demi. That hurt. You got no armor, that's why. We're gonna recover. You're gonna Ray Blade. You're gonna disrupt. You're going to shift Reika. So the Climate Center entrance has 2,580 hit points as well as Ladea. So the unfortunate part about running into triplets here is every single one of those servants has 2,580 hit points. Every one of them. Shift Chaz. And because there's 3 of them, for whatever reason, this fight, if you hit all 3, you get, like, frame drops like crazy. It was like that in vanilla, too. I don't know why. And Demi's now dead. Not too concerned. Demi can... So there's Sashu. There's our technique ability. Runs off mental, so it'd be pointless for Chaz to use it at this point. You can't really do... Actually, yes, you can. I have the... Thunderclaw. Because, you know, robots are weak to lightning. That's good for some damage. Ah, I used the wrong one. Oh well. I was distracted by all you nice people in chat right now. Alright, 1 down, 2 to go. Everybody else has good enough armor that, quite literally, it's just they're doing no damage. It's just Demi got kind of screwed over because she's got nothing right now. Right. That is good to know. Buffs, so if you buff the ban 3 times, all you're doing is replacing the old D-ban and wasting your turn. So once you have them up, the only time you would ever need to establish them is in Profound Darkness Phase 3, because she has Canceling, which can negate all of your buffs. Then you need to reset them back up again. But nowhere else in the game do you really have to worry about that. Unless you get put to sleep or die, then you have to resane or bring your agility back up, but that's a story for another time. When we come across it. So we're gonna use Demi's Recover. And we're gonna make our way through the Climate Center. Yeah, exactly. So if you cast like an android barrier and have a really good barrier up, and then you use barrier by accident by like Pawn or something, or someone weaker that has barrier, you're now more prone to damage. So we got a few levels. We're still about mid-ish 20s, which should probably be fine for most fights in Kiran. Ah, Radin. Okay. No big deal. We don't really need to do much about this. It's a really easy fight. Climate Center center panel only has 1,000 hit points, basically 999. But we're probably going to insta-kill it anyway. Very well said, Vinny. So grab a few levels from here. We've now got the Wave Shot, which I don't think is better than what I have currently. It is not. And Climate Center is now done, so we can knock that one off our list. Yeah, we're gonna go to Kiran now. So we're gonna use our Telepipe to go to Tyler. Before I go to Kiran, actually, I'm going to make a pit stop on Motavia. We're going to go to Monson to get that armor for Demi. Then we're going to take off to Kiran. Because we need it. Telepipe to Monson. Ryuka makes this so much easier because then you don't have to worry about wasting items or finding items. You can just keep using the spells. So now we got our guard armor. We petted the dog. Petted little doggo. And now we're set to... Nobody grabbed it, eh? Makes me upset. Telepipe. Back to Gidari. Usually with Grizz, if we got Barret, yes. Well... Ren has probably about the best barrier in the game. Grizz can. He's very, very close second. For the most part. So we did climate already. So now we're on Kiran. Kiran is one of the satellites that's a little maze-like. So on our way through here, we can talk a little more. Because we're in go mode, we have all our items. There's a lot of other checks on the map that are gonna go uncompleted, which don't need to be completed for the sake of speed. Just let them go. Focus on your hunt board. Make sure that you're clearing your missions only. Even if you're not in go mode, let's say you're looking for one more item, but you've got 4 mission checks to do, go do the mission checks first. Because there's a very good chance that the item you're looking for is in one of those 4 places, and that's going to speed up your run a lot and negate a lot of useless checks and a lot of wasted time. Thank you for the correction, Lady Starbird. So Grizz has the strongest barrier overall, but he's very slow. So having a buffer barrier cast. So if you have Ren cast buffer right away, and then you know, just to get it up in time for Grizz to get it up in case you get outturned and hit hard from something. Okay, Zio. Zio has an ability called Magic Barrier, where you cannot hit him, and he can one-shot you every round, unless you negate that barrier. So, Rika is going to use... Where's the Psycho Wand? Crystal's fine. Crystal or Psycho Wand both work. And what that's going to do is, just like Vanilla, that is going to negate that magic barrier, and then you can continue your fight. So, Kiran has 4,540 HP, ridiculously high strength of 100, but only 1 mental. So, Zio here is going to be just it's almost like a free fight for the most part. So we're just going to hurt him. We're going to shift, bring up Reika's attack. We're just gonna hurt him. 1. That tickled. Slightly. Oh, I reshifted by accident. Crystal is a rando exclusive. It does not exist in the main game. You have to use the Psycho Wand in order to normally. We're actually going to shift Chaz in this case to normally take him down. But imagine running... I have run into Zio on a run where I did not have the crystal or the cycle wand. So, as you can imagine, that absolutely sucked. I had to walk all the, leave, come back. So in case you don't run into the crystal early and you see it in the shops and you have the extra money, sometimes it's worth it to just buy one. Alright, Kiran's done. We can knock that one off on our list. And we learned Magid. And we got a Reflect Shield. So I'm actually going to give that to Han. For some extra armor. So here we're going to leave. We're mid to late 20s. We are going to go back to Deslis and we're going to climb the tower. As everybody affectionately calls Garbage Tower. So you're going to see exactly why we call it that. We're going to go to Mies. And because earlier we already used the item, the trees are gone. So this is essentially like a living tower, so to speak. It's kind of maze-like in the fact that you don't really pay attention, but the whole right side of your screen is all wall. So if you make it to the left and poke this thing in the eyeball, most people get turned around because they're looking around like, oh, what did that do? Yada yada. And you don't really notice that this whole area has opened up and now you can access it. So it's confusing, it makes you walk around the whole place over and over again, it takes a long time. That was the wrong way. There's a lot of off-screen stuff, like a lot of windy choices that you can't easily see. So just like this floor, we have to walk all the way around. Yeah, go up when possible. So this floor as well, it's one of those floors that it's kind of like a spiral shape. So you just do it layer by layer. Skip the first door. Enter in the back door. Giggity. And poke it in its other eyeball. That's the second and last eyeball. Then you head back down to the first door. And work your way back around. So if you forget to poke this thing in its second eyeball, and you go through this door, there's a wall here, and you can't get through. The eyeball opens up this door, which is your entrance to the final floor. Yes, Organic Beat plays in this one too. Phenomenal song. Best song in the game, Profe. Fight me. So, Grubert Tower has a strength of almost 100, a 7,500 hit points, strength of 99, and a mental of 50. Devar's hits with strength. So this is probably going to be a very tough fight. And he hit hard. This is a bad place to find this guy. And he's the other Guardian, so he's actually resistant to a lot of attacks. Pause the bolt. You're gonna recover. We're gonna... Jysar. You're gonna attack. you are going to Magid. Streaming Falcon with the raid. How's it going, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome to the tutorial. Yeah, that friggin' hurt. Luckily I have medic power. That's not gonna do anything. Flare is light. We're gonna Jysar again. We're gonna Magid. Hopefully I can get that medic power off before Jysar comes up. That's all good. Medic power, and then... Yeah, she's dead again. Damn it. There we go. Rika's actually gonna get healed this time. Demi's probably gonna die. Oh, I got lucky. Androids are gonna have to recover here. I don't have any healing on this seed. Holy crap. Boy, did I get, like, shafted completely with healing. I really should have went back and bought a couple of guard rods. On with Magid. What's going on, Marth? Oh, we want you to Posy Bolts. We need you to do that thing. We need you to Ray Blade. We're gonna want you to Gyrez, and we're gonna want you to Magid. We have a ton of damage to do here, and no more healing to do it. So, yeah. We're gonna have to double up on our medic power. Heal Chaz, you're out of that. So I guess just attack. Oh boy. Sorry, yeah, you know what, you're right. I'm gonna have to double up medic power and SAR, I think. Actually, medic power did pretty good. You need to recover. You can Ray Blade, you can Gyrez, and... No, I don't even have enough TP for SAR. Do I have, like, a Dimate or something? No, I don't. I have nothing. And Han is now dead. Which is fine. It's fine. He'll survive. This is gonna come right down to the wire, everybody. We're gonna recover the androids quick. Yeah, basic. Yes. Yes, IG. I am basic. Nice. Lucky, lucky shot. Alright, let's get back to our, Gyrez Rika. Yeah, basic. Ah, come on, single hit. Single hit. So every fight is going to work a little different because, like I said, the bosses are randomized. They're not always in the same spot. They're not always the same abilities, or they have the same abilities, but not always the same stats, I should say. So it all comes down to, like, your strategies for each boss is going to change. And because of your skills or lack thereof in some cases, Sometimes you have to improvise. Sometimes these fights are just gonna take a while to accomplish. Just is what it is. Lady Starbird with some very good information. So weird to have, like, an android healer. So here we're gonna recover. You're gonna Ray Blade. You're gonna... It's really nothing Ifu, I guess. Nothing else you can do except for maybe use Thunderclaw. We should be pretty well coming down to the wire here. 7,500 goes by usually pretty quick. Nice. Lucky shot. So we can go back to our Posipult. You can attack, Ray Blade, Fu, and you can use your... So we have a full attack round here. There we go. So Garbage Tower is now complete. We can knock that off our list. And we've just got the Aero Prism, which will unlock Air Castle, which thankfully we do not have to go. Air Castle is one of those very long walks. That's just not fun to do. So, as you can see on the hunt board, we have Strength and Courage left to do. We are in around the 29 to 31 range, which is more than enough to do Raycross and take care of that. I'm hoping I find the Alcidian and I can do Anger too for some quick XP. That'd be nice. So, Silence Temple is one of the places you can start off in the randomizer. There's a small loop here that you can walk around, and one of your key item checks is here. So we found the plate key. If we needed the plate system as one of our missions, the plate key would open that up for us. I do like that I have a Plasma Claw, though. So, next stop. I don't know if this is so much a requirement as a personal preference of mine. I like to start off in Strength Tower first. I find it generally easier than Courage. And so that means quicker, easier, and you get some levels before you take on the harder dungeon. So we're going to save. I'm going to do a quick double check of my gear just to make sure everybody's got everything they need. Still have that plasma sword. That's dragging me down. Han has everything he needs. Oh, I have a silver suit. See, there we go. So I got some better armor. This is why you double check sometimes. Now Han's got some better armor, some better survivability. And we're going to go see who it is. It is Dark Force 1. This spot has high strength and low mental, along with Kuran. And this is the boss of Kuran, so he should hit pretty hard. Plate is a free check. There's no boss there. It's just a little bit of a... But yes, he is going to hit kind of hard here. I can probably do one more round. I'm just going to do a full damage around here. Hey, you've got some spells finally. Look at you. The Strength Tower... 5,500 hit points, so actually less than Garuber. has a 94 attack and a 42 mental, so slightly less attack stat than Kiran, or Gerbert, sorry. Wait, which is Kiran? Kiran, yeah, Kiran also had 100 strength, so slightly less. We're still in good shape. We'll just keep up the assault. Yeah, still in good shape. He's not doing enough damage to us to really cause me to need to stop and heal. Plus, we're doing a boatload of damage to him. See, now I'm gonna recover Ren because that was a huge hit. But everybody else is still fine. Oh yeah, 600 hit point Magid. Forget about it. Forget about it. Okay, there's Strength Tower done. We can knock that one off on our list. Ceramic Shield I don't want. Lacko Claw I absolutely want. And Telepipe I will also absolutely take. So we can trade in that for some extra damage. Oops. Telepipe to silence. Do a quick heal. If you got through the fight pretty easy and you didn't use a lot of resources up, you could probably skip the healing here. But we don't know what's in Courage. Courage is the opposite of Strength. It's a low Strength, very high mental. So if we run into something like Lashik or Rephase here, we're in for a world of hurt. So if you pay attention to the Hunter's board, we have just this place left, and then the edge opens up. We're gonna need to do some grinding to gain levels, and we're probably gonna need to do a shopping trip to find some better gear and some guard rods because we're gonna need the healing. Just gonna need it. Alright, who's here? Lashik, so that sucks. Yeah, no, it's not Rephase, thank God, but... Lashik's Thunder Halberd is a physical attack, that's why it didn't really do a ton of damage, but his Another Gate skill is gonna just absolutely cripple us. Do I have... I do have... Okay, so, like I was saying before, Jaloon actually lowers attack, so if it actually hits here, then his laser halberd is going to do even way less damage. So we're going to begin. Bad, but not the worst, absolutely. And it missed. Thunder Halberd, we're going to need to heal pretty well everybody at this point, except the androids because they have... So we're just gonna do a Shisar here. I can try Jaloon again one more time, and then we're gonna do a Magid. Courage Tower also has 5,500 hit points, 40 strength, but a 178 mental. So, like I was saying, it's once that Another Gate comes out, I've been lucky and he hasn't used it yet. But once it comes out, it's gonna hurt. Possess the android, absolutely. This RNG is absolutely beautiful. Lashik is being very nice to us today. Another interesting thing about Lashik is when he's down to about 20% hit points, he reinforces his stats. So that's a clear indicator that he's basically almost dead. As a just in case, we can use a crystal on him to negate that boost. And he's dead. And courage is now down. We can knock that off on our list, and the edge is open. Laser barrier, absolutely. No happy dance today. I also still have not found the obsidian. Which is kind of odd. Whatever. Using a telepipe here would be just fine to be quicker. But I'm gonna drive. I would have liked to do Anger Tower before fighting the boss, but still haven't found the Algo Ring either. Okay, so the gear for the most part for everybody is basically... I'd be worried about that Psy Mail. Silver Suit's fine. You know what? I'm not gonna, well, I guess I could finish Monson quick. I'll grab a couple more telepipes, sell a couple things. I gotta be over here anyway to, oh yeah, guard rods. I need guard rods. Okay. So, we're gonna free up some room. Sell power shield. I'm gonna buy 2 guard rods, because that's gonna be our healing, essentially, for the final fight. If I could find, like, a spot with the dews, that'd be great, too, because if I can buy, like, a bunch of star dews, that'll also be super helpful. It's probably enough. Buy 2 guard rods. Are the telepipes not here? Oh, telepipes are in Nalia. Yeah, we'll do a couple more quick. I'll go through Monson, Rappy, and Plate, since they're all kind of right there, and just see if I can... That's not what I want. See if I can find a couple more quick pieces of gear, and but if I don't, excellent. Or maybe not. No, nothing. Okay, telepipe to Monson. We'll go take on that fissure one more time. Doing this would basically be almost pointless in a real run, because there they are. This could have also easily been a dew location. But yeah, let's go take on those triplets. We're so strong here. The fissure only has about 2,000 hit points between each. We should be pretty quick work of them. We're strong enough where they're probably not even gonna hurt us either, so we could probably just straight up slash disrupt Gid. So there's Silent Wave. That was cool. Yeah, they're doing almost nothing for damage. We've already taken down basically half their life at this point. I love that. It's one of those combinations we were talking about. That's good for quick XP anyway. So we got the Silver Tusk, which is your best weapon. That was a huge find, and I'm very happy we stuck that out. Yeah, you know, doing those quick bosses is never a waste of time. So much because of the extra levels involved. Grinding, however, might still be a touch quicker. Silent Wave is short for silently lowers the damage dealt to them. Yeah, fair point. Doing those two attacks separately would have net more damage than combining them. Plate is one of those fairly quick dungeons where there is no boss. So if you get the plate key early and you're struggling to find your next key item for an objective, come here. It's quick, it's easy. There's, I'm assuming, the joke item. Rappy. So, we're gonna go to Rappy Cave and hope that fat little burb is there. Because the burb is the werb. But it could also be rephase, so, you know, there's that too. Or Dark Falls. A lot of bad things can happen here. We did Plate, Monson. We did Courage. And it's Dark Force 3. Ooh. Wait a minute. I need just one moment. I'll be right back. There we go. Problem solved. All right. So, Rappy Cave. 3,000 hit points. One second. That was really quick. Quick, easy experience. Sad. And we found the Algo Ring, last of the rings. Which, probably use the extra defense, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, I'm gonna give that to you. So we're level 37, 38. Maybe I will do Vahal quick, since we gotta go there anyway. And I'll grind the boss and I'll grind the the area. Don't blame me, I voted for Kodos. It's a two-party system, you have to vote for one of us. Yeah, he's right. Yeah, this place is perfect for grinding. It's about the best spot for difficulty / XP that you get from it. Just about any point in the game, Sephiroth, or he's like the Phantasy Star Ned Flanders. Put glasses on him. Hidely ho, adventurinos. Hula Beller. Still don't have anything good. My goodness. Well, we got the guard rods now, so we should be in decent shape. Good for a few. We got the Alshaline, which gets us into Zima, which we're not going to go. But we are going to get back in here. Do I have a macro set up for it? I do not. We're going to set up our... kind of catch-all. And we are going to grind. So this is what the grind basically looks like. Choose your macro, kill the enemy. You did, and it was fantastic, Lady Starbird. That was hilarious. I got good lulls out of that. And we pretty much rinse and repeat until we're to the level we want. Usually it only takes a few minutes. Depending on how fast your run is going and how many levels you need, you can spend maybe 2 minutes here, get what you need, and then get going and still get a really good time. If you, like... There could be an argument for even spending an extra couple of minutes on top of that here to get an even higher level. It very well could just make PD fight faster and saving you the time that you spend regen. Thank you. Oops. Save you the time you spent grinding. Because I really don't want to die this run, I'm probably going to make it to level 42 since we're not really rushing. Just to be on, like, the absolute safe side. But normally, level 40 right now, I would be heading to the edge. If I was Dumpster, it'd be, like, level 38 and he'd already be in there. He's crazy like that. So we're level 41, so just a couple more fights to go. It's probably them catching up. We're out of Pods and Bolt, we got a lot of everything else. We're not even gonna waste our time with this guy. He's got no XP. Because Chaz misses everything he swings at, and he basically sucks. He did die constantly in IG's party. Absolutely, he did. Yeah. Alright, so we are at a much higher level than I was anticipating, but that's fine. So now we're gonna do the dive. We're gonna dive into the edge and go fight one of the greatest bosses in video game history. Trick for the edge is when you come into branches in the road, always take the left path. The left path is always the one to choose. Yeah, and it is fun to poke fun at Chaz. My prediction for this fight is I'm gonna lose Demi somewhere around PD2, and she's just gonna stay on the ground for the rest of the fight. Okay, here we go. No, actually, you know what? I'm glad I saved. I really want to do a quick... you know what? Maybe I'll do guard rod. Chaz guard rod? There. Now we're good. Yeah, Chaz is one of those good, well-rounded characters. Rika's pretty close to that. She's just a little speedier. Grizz just slow as molasses, but he hits like a freight train. Everybody has their strengths and weaknesses. It's like I'm doing an all-one character and the dated characters retain the vanilla properties. So, all one character is treated... Sorry. Let me start that. If you're doing a run with all the same character, they're basically treated, for the most part, as one character in the game. So, for example, if you equip one of them... Except Seth. If you equip one of them with... just get this out of the way. With a weapon... Oh, she's got McGid now. Nice! Then they all get it. And I should be shifting right now, too. If one of them gets experience, they all get the same experience, so it kind of, like, quadruples. If one of them gets hurt, then they all get hurt, and it basically stacks. You're gonna gyres one more time, and you're gonna use this moment to shift. The real danger when it comes to all single character runs is in PD3, because her McGid is gonna do probably like 150 to 200 damage a piece. So then you times that by 5 essentially, and then that's what ends most runs. So there's only certain characters that can actually withstand that. Like, a lot of the casters can't, so... Oh, crap. Oh. Didn't get that heal off in time. Hooray for medic power. You're gonna run out of thing eventually, so you can shift yourself. Rico will pull you off the ground. That is a fun fact. I like that fact. I'm gonna switch to Burst Rock. I'm gonna save a little bit of my stronger attacks for Oh, I really wish I had more single party healing. You have it. Okay. You know what? You're gonna Magid, and you are gonna Nerez break that. I didn't realize he picked up Nerez. That's pretty sweet. Alright, so each PD has a HP pool. So PD1 is 8240, PD2 is 9240. All you have to do is get him down to half health, and that's going to trigger the transformation. Yeah, we're going to double Magid here. I like single, like, all one character runs because, you know, after running a game so many times, you just look for something else that's a unique challenge that, you know, brings back the extra fun. I'm just gonna save that. I'm gonna just attack. So I just look for the extra challenge. So my next Phantasy Star Fridays, or you know, a unique thing that I do, is going to be ouch. So here's where I created the macro: guard rod, recover, and then Magid. I'm gonna do a single character, not all character, just one character runs, because they're like hugely challenging. Yeah, thanks to Vision and Shift, and the top-notch weaponry that she has, she hits really freaking hard. She's got a a guard claw and the silver tusk. Okay, so now we're on PD3. So here's where the run either makes it or fails. So we're gonna switch back to our strongest attacks, just to do as much damage as humanly possible. PD3 has a hit points of 12,999, a 99 strength, 200, or like 199 mental. So just ridiculously tons of damage. And where are we here after? Okay, so that hurt a lot. So we're gonna guard rod. Cover. Because I don't have Miracle, so I can't heal everybody all at the same time. So that's really nice to have happen on the second round. Which means I can switch everybody back to damage. Chaz is sleeping, so that means he's also... Oh, wait a minute. Did not everybody get fully healed by that? Oh, that's not good. Let's pray for some luck. Oh yeah, that's not good. Medic power, Phonon. Actually, Demi should have recovered. Yeah, I gooped this fight. This is gonna end poorly. I'm praying for I don't have the healing to sustain this. I should have went hunting for some Stardew. Yeah. We're done. Alright, so we need to find Stardew. Badly. I just don't have the healing for this fight. Oops. I didn't mean to intrude in that person's house. Yeah. Not only Chaz, everybody's dying. I made It's not gonna help. Let's go to Krupp. I didn't check Krupp's, I bet you it's in Tano. Last few seeds, I found the Dew shop in Tano. So just like any ALTTP seed, where sometimes you get completely screwed over by the game. In this particular seed, because we don't have the proper healing, PD3 basically just said no. Thou shall not pass. Yeah, I remember you telling me that story, Lynn. That's absolutely insane. So, one of the items you can look for is called a Stardew, and that's pretty much like a very good all-party heal. And there it is. Yeah, right here, where I thought it was. And you can use that instead, and it will heal up everybody. But I want as many as possible, so I'm gonna have to go through and sell like a ton of this stuff. That'll load us up on money, it'll load us up on Stardew. And then that'll give us enough healing to survive. Ooh, we want to keep those. We do have a repair kit, so that's good. That's a just in case. So we're gonna start buying as many Stardews as I can. And that's it. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of them should actually be fine. Yeah, that level 99 glitch was hilarious. So in this game, past level 99, if you were to make it that far, and then you moved yourself up to level 100, you'd actually start losing stats, losing abilities, and overall just getting weaker. Okay, we're gonna try this one more time. So it's never about it. Sometimes it saves time to not look at shops while you're out and about checking things. But if you take the extra couple of seconds, in most seeds you don't need to, but if you take the extra couple of seconds in each run to look at the shops, and you find yourself like a good high-end armor shop and a good Dew shop and whatever the case may be, can potentially save you the time that I just lost losing to Profound Darkness. It doesn't happen often. There's only the odd seed where you just don't have the healing. I think. All right. Let's try this again. We've already been through all this nonsense, so we're gonna speed things up a little bit and just get through it. I don't think anybody has Anoraxia. Anoraxia brings your TP back up, but a shifted... Okay, you're just gonna recover for that. You're going to flare. You are going to Grave Blade since you've got a lot of them. You are just gonna attack. You are going to shift Rika. That's It's gonna bring your attack up, back up to like the 450 range. You are gonna Posy Bolt, you're gonna Flare, you're gonna Ray Blade, you are gonna attack, you are going to the reds. Oof. Come on, hit an android. I want to shift Chaz while I'm at it. That's not at all what I asked. Go outside and play. Exactly. Yeah, that was a quick PD1 fight. Alright, we're gonna go back to that. We are going to Lair, we're going to Reblade. You're gonna attack, and you are finally going to shift Chaz. Yeah, I'm not gonna heal from that. Maybe just do a quick Jysar, Magid, Sar. That should be enough, I think. I don't want to waste all my Stardew's and all my, like, until I get to BD3. There's our friend in Nethergate. Now, full-on recover. Ray Blade. We're gonna Guard Rod. And we're gonna blow a Stardew. Sucks one Stardew, still ain't gonna do it. But at least we have the Guard Rod to take care of the rest. So we can go back to Magid and Magid. Thank you for hitting just him. Saves on resources, it's freaking great. So another little trick to kind of save you some time and resources is if you're good at fast counting, and you're counting at least up to close to half his hit points, don't do what I just did and start throwing the wall at him, because I probably just wasted 2 Magids there. Didn't even need to use them, I don't think. Okay, Posy Bolt. Oh no. Ray Blade, Magid. So, PD3 is always going to Magid the first round. Always. So it's your first round to make sure everybody's healed up, everybody's set to go, and then just do as much damage as possible. So now we're gonna need to recover. Blade. Damn. Guard Rod. And Stardew. Sucks. Every Magid I have to... because I just don't have an appropriate healing. Lack of Miracle really blows. I gotta spend pretty much every round blowing resources. Come on, single target. 13,000 hit points is not a little bit. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Let's switch back to full offensive. Blade, Gid, and you can Nerez Kuka. Let's do as much as possible. Okay. Back to the defensive. This is where macros help, but I didn't feel like redoing the macro. So 5 Stardew's left. That's gonna put us in a bit of a spot. Hopefully we get some luck and she doesn't Megid this entire time. Oh, okay. Nice. Back to the offensive. You gotta recover, though. You're out, so you can just straight up attack. And you can use... Han is getting very low on TP. I could use it for Nerez, so I'm actually going to switch to a slightly less TP heavy spell. Come on, PD3, be nice. I'm looking for like 3-4 single target in a row. That's what I'm looking for right now. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, you're still okay. Good. There's no surviving 2 rounds of Megid in this game, unless you're like quite literally up in the like 60s per level. Okay, I'm saving the rest of his TP for potential single target hits. Yep, perfect. Another single target, which means we don't have to waste a bunch of 9 to 18. We're getting close to the end, so I'll probably just use another Nathu. Nice. Beautiful. That's what we're talking about. She decided to cut us some slack. Yeah. Just gonna hit. So it's about weighing your options, looking at what you have in your inventory, and then just praying for good RNG. You know, as long as you have some decent heals and a decent level and good armor. Oh, and here, okay, so canceling is scary because now I have to re-put my barrier, band, vision, saner, all that back up. There's a really good chance if I'm slow enough, she's gonna Megid me before I get the barrier back up, and then it's basically a party wipe at that point. But our barrier is up now, so our trouble's solved. I'm gonna say a good like 80% of runs are pretty well ended by a quick canceling the gid. And there it is. And that's time, I guess. Just under 2 hours, not bad for taking my sweet time. But yes, most runs are ended here with a quick cancel McGid. It's just like a staple of that fight, unfortunately. Oh yeah, no. Level 43, you're pretty well going to survive it, but there's... Under normal circumstances, if you were to go a little bit early, you absolutely would be wiped by that. Thanks to the GGs. Testers, created by the great Lady Starbird who's in chat with us. All the testers, the community that made this randomizer what it is, including myself. We got the shoutouts. Woo! So Payada, we found the Photon Eraser, which we were very thankful. Mile, we had the Motor Ring. We did end up going there. Air Castle, we did not go and had 2 of the Dragon's Tears. So that's where they were all hiding. Soldiers had 2 Dragon's Tears? Oh my god. The 2 longest dungeons that everybody skips. Red Cross had the Plate Key, Telepipe Laser, and the Magic Barrier was obviously an Anger Tower. Biolab had the Guard Rod, which we didn't go. That's a free Guard Rod. Molcom had the Crystal. Tano had a Power Shield, which we didn't go down in the basement, would have wasted time. Wreckage, we found our Swift Helm for Chaz. Aido and Kaderi, we had the Valhalla Key and the Ice Digger, pretty well right off the bat, which was awesome. Passageway had the Diesel Ring, which we did find. Zell's Fort Nervous, Palmer Ring. So Nervous had the Alcidian. If we would have dove Nervous. Fissure had the Silver Tusk, which would have been awesome to have most of the way through the game. Plate had nothing. Ladea had the Psycho one, which we did find. Yeah, hashtag blame dumpster. Rappy had the Algo Ring. The Hal had the Alshleen. Sealand, Laco Armor, Laconia. Kiran, Reflect Shield. I bet Rappy King was there too, probably. So it is customary that every time you run into Rappy King, it's right across the ring, you have to dance the entire fight. It's mandatory. Esper had the Thunderclaw. Gumbius had the Eclipse Torch. Weapons Plant had a Dragon's Tear, which we did find, which was nice. Garuberk had the Aero Prism, which we didn't end up going to Air Castle anyway. And a very nice thank you message. And I hope that you have a fantastic time. Or, as initially, Fantastic Tim. Because Tim is pretty great, not gonna lie. Good old Fantastic Tim. Yeah. You even got the shirt on. The Phantasy Star shirt. And that's it. There's the randomizer. Anybody got any questions, comments, queries, concerns? I'm here to answer them. Anybody feel like jumping back to... Tim is fantastic. Anybody that feels like jumping into the randomizer, trying it out, definitely check out Lady Starbird's website. She did post the link earlier, where you can download the latest version. Finding the ROM, however, is up to you. I do have it, so I can send it to anybody if they do want it.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, IG, what's happening?
Not much. Sorry, I didn't want me to cut you off there.
You didn't cut me off. You're good.
Cool. Yeah, I was just jumping in to say, that was awesome, man. Thank you so much for that.
Not a problem. My pleasure. Something I wanted to do for a while.
Yeah, and it worked out really good.
Woo.
So I think
Yeah.
with that, we'll say, thanks to everybody for. Oh,
Stop.
sorry. Learning. I'm still learning all the sounds and stuff.
This is practice for July 9th. Make sure you definitely tune in. Absolutely. It's It's gonna be a great show.
Yeah, thanks to everybody for being here. Thanks to Captain for putting on this show for us. I know there was a ton of people in here that were really loving it. And yeah, make sure you guys are here for July 9th. It's just, just a few days away now. We got a ton of good stuff going on, including some Phantasy Star, some Zelda, some Ironmon, some Hearthstone, Resident Evil. So a little bit of everything, honestly. So it's going to be an awesome time. And yeah, it's at least 12 hours. So we hope to see you all there. And thanks for all you guys being here today, and Lady Starboard for helping out with Captain and Dumpster, and yeah, I mean this was an absolute pleasure. So thanks to Captain, and thanks to everybody, and we will throw over to another friend of the bazaar here.
Ooh, who's playing?
It's a surprise.
Nice. I like surprises. Thanks everybody for joining me. I'm always free in the Discord. I'm usually monitoring all the time. So again, anybody wants to ask questions or whatever, reach out. Thanks IG for hosting.
Yeah, thanks to all you guys. So we're gonna go over to Dathis and
Nice.
show him some love. So thanks y'all. Have an awesome rest of your day, and we will catch you next time.
Dathis is awesome.
Heck yeah.
Thank you.